Sasuke has been trapped inside a divine tree since the time skip after he fought Code and his law crimes. It has been revealed that to free Sasuke, a Thorn Soul Bulb must be used. Without the Thorn Soul Bulb, Sasuke might be gone forever. Even if a Thorn Soul Bulb is obtained, there are two main concerns: whether they can reach Sasuke in time to use it, and what condition Sasuke will be in after being freed. Moegi, Shinki, and Bug were also devoured by Code's law crimes. Luckily for them, Boruto and his allies managed to obtain the Thorn Soul Bulbs, with the intention of freeing them from the divine trees that were used to trap them. When Moegi and Shinki were freed, but Boruto was not able to save Bug, important information was revealed to Boruto fans about how the Thorn Soul Bulbs work and what condition people trapped in the divine trees will be once they are released. By understanding this information, we get an idea of what Boruto needs to do to save Sasuke and what might stop him from reaching that goal. In this video, I will explain in depth what Thorn Soul Bulbs are and why they matter so much in the Boruto manga. It has been shown in the Boruto manga that once a Glowgram bites someone, that person becomes trapped inside a divine tree. The Glowgram that bit them then turns into the divine tree that keeps them trapped. This is called devouring in the Boruto manga, and it has happened to people like Sasuke, Moegi, Bug, and Shinki. While they're trapped inside these divine trees, a new divine tree is born that takes on a similar appearance to them. The chakra of the people devoured by coastal crimes is reflected in the divine tree that has taken their appearance. For example, Sasuke is the base model for Hidari, Moegi was the base model for Matsuri, Bug was the base model for Mamashu, and Shinki was the base model for Ryu. This means Sasuke, Moegi, Bug, and Shinki have become nourishment for those divine trees while they are trapped, and as long as they remain trapped, they stay unconscious. What makes this worse is that each divine tree that is created from a devoured person has a specific human target that it must devour in order to gain awareness and evolve into the next stage of its development. This raises the question of what Boruto and his allies need to do to save people who have been turned into trees, and how they can stop the divine trees born from them from devouring other humans. To understand how dangerous these divine trees are to the shinobi world and humanity, we can use Hidari as an example. Once Hidari became a divine tree, his instincts led him to target Sarada and devour her. This means Hidari, who has access to Sasuke's skill set and techniques and has amplified them because he's a divine tree, he's now coming after Sarada to devour her. What makes this even worse is that Hidari also has access to Code's claw marks, which allow him to move between locations where a claw mark has been placed. He can also use the claw crime army that Code has created to help him in battle. Those claw crimes he brings into battle with him may even be able to bite more human beings, devour them, and turn them into divine trees, allowing even more divine tree people to come into existence. If Sarada were to be devoured, she would die. This will also make things worse because Hidari will gain access to Sarada's skill sets and techniques, and he would even evolve further, becoming an even greater threat. These divine trees are stronger than full power Code, who's stronger than Jigen, who's stronger than both Naruto and Sasuke at the strongest without Naruto using Byron mode. What do we know about the strength of Naruto and Sasuke? They are stronger than everyone in Naruto Shippuden. This raises the question, will Boruto and his allies be able to defeat these divine trees and obtain the Thorn Soul Bulbs in order to free the people trapped inside the trees? So, what exactly are the Thorn Soul Bulbs and why do they matter so much in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex? To free a person trapped inside a divine tree, the divine tree person that was created using that person's chakra as a base model must first be defeated. Once that divine tree is defeated, a Thorn Soul Bulb is created. That Thorn Soul Bulb can then be used to free the trapped person by inserting it into the tree that is holding them captive. This is exactly what happened with Moegi and Shinki. Matsuri and Ryu were defeated, and Thorn Soul Bulbs were created from the defeat. Those Thorn Soul Bulbs were then used to free both Moegi and Shinki from the divine trees. However, there's a problem. When Moegi was freed, it was revealed that she had health issues. Her overall condition was described as mild malnutrition. This confirms what Jura previously said. The people trapped inside the trees become nourishment for the divine trees. Moegi became nourishment for Matsuri, and because of that, she was diagnosed with mild malnutrition after being freed. What makes this even more concerning is that Moegi had only been trapped since Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 2. Now imagine the condition Sasuke could be in when he's finally freed. Sasuke was trapped during the first year of the 3-year time skip, meaning he has been inside his divine tree for much longer than Moegi. If Moegi suffered from mild malnutrition after being trapped for less than a year, or possibly even less than 6 months, what condition will Sasuke be in after spending years inside this tree? What makes Thorn Soul Bulbs even scarier is that obtaining one does not guarantee that the person trapped inside the tree can be saved. A good example of this is Bug. When Boruto and his allies defeated Mamashu, they obtained a Thorn Soul Bulb that was supposed to be used to free Bug. Boruto immediately teleported to the Gara dimension where Bug was being held so that he could save him. However, before Boruto could insert the Thorn Soul Bulb into Bug's tree, the bulb began to burn out. As the Thorn Soul Bulb burned away, Bug also began to burn away along with it, ultimately leading to his death. According to what was revealed in the Boruto manga, Boruto was simply too slow to use the Thorn Soul Bulb and free Bug from his tree. This raises an interesting question. Boruto only obtained the Thorn Soul Bulb after Mamashu was defeated. He then teleported to the Gara dimension, where he had a brief fight with Code before attempting to save Bug. That fight could not have lasted very long. So how was Boruto considered too slow? After obtaining the Thorn Soul Bulb that was used to free Moegi, Boruto and Kawaki still had to fight Jura. Boruto then had to prepare his flying Raijin Jutsu so he could teleport everyone back to Konoha. During this time, Boruto had a much longer battle with Jura than he did with Code. Kawaki even joined the fight to keep Jura occupied while Boruto prepared the flying Raijin Jutsu. Once the technique was ready, Boruto teleported everyone to Konoha, where they were finally able to free Moegi from her divine tree. The amount of time Boruto and Kawaki spent fighting Jura, preparing the flying Raijin Jutsu and returning to Konoha appears to have been much longer than the time Boruto spent fighting Code before trying to save Bug. Because of this, I've started to wonder if the amount of time someone has been trapped inside a divine tree affects how long they have to be saved. In other words, the longer a person has been trapped inside a tree, the less time they may be to use the Thorn Soul Bulb before it burns out. If that is the case, then saving people like Sasuke becomes much more difficult. Boruto and his allies would not only need to defeat those incredibly powerful divine trees and obtain their Thorn Soul Bulbs, but they'll also need to use those Thorn Soul Bulbs quickly enough to free the people trapped inside the trees before the Thorn Soul Bulbs burn out and those people die. Given everything we now know about the Thorn Soul Bulbs, do you think it is possible that the longer a person has been trapped inside a divine tree, the less time there is to use a Thorn Soul Bulb to free them? Please let me know your honest opinion on this theory in the comments below. I'll make sure to read every single one of them. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I truly appreciate your support. I'll see you in the next one.